Self-improvement sounds like the path to a better life. Always learning, always growing, always trying to become more. But what if there's a hidden cost to constantly trying to improve yourself? At some point, the pressure to do more and be better can start working against you. It can lead to burnout, dissatisfaction, and the feeling that you're never enough. Today we will talk about the hidden cost of always trying to improve yourself. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to my channel 10. You never feel good enough when you're always focused on improving. You send a quiet message to your mind, I'm not enough yet. It may not sound serious at first, but over time, this thought becomes part of your identity. You achieve something, but instead of feeling proud, you instantly look for the next thing to fix. You hit one goal, and instead of enjoying it, you replace it with a bigger one. This creates a cycle where nothing ever feels complete. Even when you're doing better than before, it never feels like it's enough. Slowly, this can damage your self-worth because you start believing that your value depends on constant progress. 9. You turn life into a constant project. Life is meant to be experienced, not controlled every second. But when self-improvement takes over, everything becomes a task. Your morning routine, your diet, your work, even your free time, it all becomes something you need to manage perfectly. You stop doing things naturally and start doing them because they fit into a system. Even relaxing feels like a planned activity. Instead of enjoying a moment, you start asking, is this productive? Over time, life starts to feel less like living and more like running a never-ending checklist. This can take away the simple joy of just being present. 8. You compare yourself too much. Self-improvement often begins with learning from others. But slowly, this turns into comparison. You start watching people online who seem more successful, more disciplined, more perfect. And without realizing it, you begin measuring your life against theirs. The problem is, you are comparing your real life to someone else's highlight reel. You don't see their struggles, their failures, or their bad days. This creates unrealistic expectations. Even if you're making real progress, it feels small because someone else seems ahead. This constant comparison can make you feel stuck, even when you're actually moving forward. 7. You burn out faster. Trying to improve everything at once sounds exciting in the beginning. You set big goals, create strict routines, and push yourself harder than ever. But the human mind and body have limits. When you keep pushing without giving yourself enough rest, you start feeling tired, both physically and mentally. At first, it's small, less energy, less focus. Then it grows into frustration, stress, and complete exhaustion. This is burnout. And when burnout hits, it doesn't just slow you down, it can stop you completely. You lose motivation, and even simple tasks feel difficult. What started as self-improvement ends up doing the opposite. 6. You lose your real interests. When you follow too many rules about what you should be doing, you forget to ask yourself what you actually enjoy. You start reading books because they are useful, not because you like them. You pick hobbies that sound productive instead of fun. Over time, your life becomes filled with activities that feel like work, even outside your job. This disconnect makes life feel empty. Real happiness comes from doing things that you genuinely enjoy, not just things that look good on paper. 5. You become too hard on yourself. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has bad days. That's normal. But when you are always trying to improve, your expectations become very high. You start believing that you should always be disciplined, always focused, always improving. So when you fail, even in a small way, it feels like a big problem. You criticize yourself, overthink your actions, and feel guilty. Instead of learning from mistakes, you punish yourself for them. Over time, this creates stress and lowers your confidence. Growth should be supportive, not harsh. 4. You stop living in the present. One of the biggest problems with constant self-improvement is that it keeps your mind in the future. You start thinking, I'll be happy when I achieve this, or I'll relax after I fix that. This mindset makes it hard to enjoy the present moment. Even when something good is happening, you are thinking about what's next. Life becomes a waiting game where happiness is always somewhere ahead, never here. But the truth is, life is happening right now. If you keep delaying your happiness, you might miss the moments that actually matter. 3. You feel constant pressure. Self-improvement can create a feeling that you always need to be doing something useful. Sitting idle feels wrong. Taking a break feels like wasting time. Even when you're resting, your mind is thinking about what you should be doing instead. This creates constant pressure. Over time, this pressure turns into stress and anxiety. You lose your sense of calm because your mind never truly switches off. Real growth requires balance, not constant tension. 2. You lose your identity when you keep following different advice, trends, and strategies. You slowly move away from your true self. One day you follow one routine, the next day another. You try to become a version of yourself based on what others say is better. But in this process, you forget to ask a simple question: who am I really? Instead of building your identity, you keep changing it. This creates confusion and lack of clarity. True growth should help you understand yourself better, not turn you into someone else. 1. You forget that you're already growing. This is the most important point. You are already growing, even without trying so hard. Life itself teaches you lessons every single day. Your experiences, your challenges, your successes, they all shape you. But when you are too focused on constant improvement, you ignore this natural growth. You feel like you're not doing enough, even when you are. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is slow down, trust the process, and let life guide you. Growth doesn't always need to be forced. It can happen naturally when you give yourself space. At the end of the day, self-improvement is not the problem. The problem is when it becomes an obsession. When you feel like you always need to be better, you stop appreciating who you already are. Balance is the key. Improve yourself, but also accept yourself. Work on your goals, but also enjoy your life. Because real success is not just about becoming better. It's about feeling at peace with yourself while you grow. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.